students, welcome back to biology online class. In last session we have discussed the topic is respiration in organisms. Respiration means taking in of oxygen and releasing out of carbon dioxide is known as respiration. You know, it is also different types. There are aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is carried out the presence of oxygen. For example, plants, animals, humans, all living organisms are taking aerobic respiration. Then some organisms are taking anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic means the respiration is carried out. Absence of oxygen is known as anaerobic respiration. Example, yeast cells. And fermentation process. Anaerobic respiration is otherwise called fermentation. Fermentation means sugars are converted into alcohol and releasing carbon dioxide is known as fermentation. Example, yeast cells. Next, another one is aerobic respiration is releasing more energy, but anaerobic respiration is releasing less energy to compare the aerobic respiration. Okay. Next, another one is different organisms are having different types of respiratory organs. They are taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide. For example, earthworm. Earthworm respiratory organ is skin. Then cockroach respiratory organs are air holes or spiracles, and it have a tracheal system taking in of oxygen and releasing out of carbon dioxide. Okay. Then fish. Fish is respiring through gills because it living in water permanently. It is taking oxygen dissolved water and releasing carbon dioxide. And next one is frog. Frog also is respired through lungs. The respiratory organs of frog is lungs. Then frog larva is called tadpole. Then tadpole is respiratory organs are gills. Then tadpole is resembled to fish. It have a tail and respiratory organs are gills. By the process of metamorphosis. Metamorphosis means under the changes. The body changes in different ways. This process is known as metamorphosis. Then undergone changes is known as metamorphosis. What are the changes? Means the tadpole present the gills are disappear, then lungs are appear, and tail also disappear. This some undergone changes is known as metamorphosis. By the process of metamorphosis, the tadpole is developed into adult frog. Then adult frog is respired through lungs, and it is living in water respired through the moist skin. The skin have a small holes. With their help of holes is taking oxygen dissolved in the water and releasing carbon dioxide by the process of diffusion. The frog is present on the land, is taking oxygen through lungs and releasing carbon dioxide. Frog is an amphibian. Amphibian means it is living both land and in water. That's why it is known as amphibian. Then respiration in plants. Plants are having two processes. One is photosynthesis and respiration. The respiration is useful to developing growth and regeneration, formation of fruits and seeds is important to respiration and photosynthesis also. Photosynthesis is a process, means the plant roots are absorbing water from the soil, carbon dioxide from atmospheric air in the presence of sunlight. They are preparing own food is known as photosynthesis. Then otherwise it is solar energy is converted into chemical energy is known as photosynthesis. Okay, two definitions are correct. Next, respiration. Then respiration is taken through stomata. Stomata one of the bean-shaped structure, and it is covered by guard cells. It is covered by guard cells, and the stomata is opening and closing. Is taking through stomata. The oxygen is taking through stomata and releasing carbon dioxide. This process is known as respiration. Okay. Then lungs of the plant is stomata. Okay. This is already we are discussing last class. Let us. Now we will discuss about the topic is water, a precious resource. Water, a precious resource. You know already we are studied in 6th class. Water is very important in our life. Without water we can't live. Okay. Without water we can't live. All living organisms need water. All living organisms need water. Then water is too little but don't waste. Okay. In our body is present 70% of water. Human body is present 70% of water. In our body is present 70% of water. Okay. Then water is essential for our life. Without water we can't live. Without water we can't live. Okay. Then water is present in different ways. There is oceans and lakes, rivers, ponds. These are all present the water. These are sources of water. You know already. But what is the main sources of water? Rain. Rain is the main sources of water. Rain is the main sources of water. Water is a renewable resource. Water is a renewable resource. Renewable means it available freely in the nature. It is available freely in the nature. Which are not available freely in the nature, they are non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, they are available again and again in the nature. They are water, soil, air, sunlight. These are all called renewable resources. These are example of renewable resources. Then example of renewable resources. Water, air, sunlight. Okay, water, air, sunlight are renewable resources. But some are non-renewable resources. For example, they are not available freely in the nature. They are petrol, diesel, kerosene, and this type of resources are not available freely in the nature. They are available in rare. They are formation of non-renewable resources taking more years also. They are taking more years. Non-renewable resources, they are not available freely in the nature. They are taking more years to formation of the earth. Next, water is maintained is body temperature. Water is maintained body temperature, and water is essential for biological activities like digestion and sending out of wastes in our body in the form of urine and sweat. It is also important sending out in the form of sweat and urine. Then water is important to domestic purpose. Water is important to domestic purpose like cooking and cleaning, washing, and plants also is important to water. Cooking, cleaning, washing, etc. Water is useful for cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, etc. Then water is important to plants also. Without water, plants cannot live. Without water, we can't live. Even plants also, they can't live without water. It is about uses of water. In our body is present 70% of water. In our body is present 70% of water. Rain is the main sources of water. Rain is a main sources of water. Water is a renewable resource. Renewable means it is available freely in the nature, or it is available again and again. This type of resources are known as renewable resources. For example, water, air, sunlight, etc. Then resources which are not available freely in the nature are known as non-renewable resources. For example, there are coal, petrol, diesel and natural gas. Okay, then what is important to generate electricity? Okay, what is maintain body temperature? Water is maintain body temperature. For example, we are eating any salt biscuit or chips. Immediately our body feels thirsty. Means we need water because this salt content is entered to the blood. Entered to the blood, we feel thirsty because the blood is higher concentration. The salt is entered into the blood is higher concentration. The concentration is increasing, need water. We feel thirsty, we are drinking more water, the concentration is decreasing. Then blood is flows over the body as usual. That's why then water is maintain temperature to our body, and water is important to flow the blood to transport the blood throughout the body. Then water is important to digestion and filtering of wastes in our body. Filtering of wastes in our body. Even undigested food is sending out in the form of fecal matter or feces. Even waste of water is sending out from our body in the form of sweat and urine. Then sweat also is present salts. Then urine also is present some of the waste substances. Okay, next. What is useful for cooking, cleaning and cooking food materials and cleaning floors and utensils and washing clothes is helpful by water or useful by water. Without water we can't live. Even plants also they cannot live. Then plants also need water. We pour the water, the soil particles are present, the minerals are dissolving in the water. The plants are absorbing these minerals, dissolving each type of minerals and utilizing to stimulate growth of the plant. done by the people to generate electricity. Then what is important to generate electricity? This electricity is known as hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity and thermal power station. Thermal power station by using coal to produce electricity is known as thermal power station. Okay. Even tidal energy also by using air to generate the electricity is known as tidal energy. This is all are one of the renewable resources, alternate renewable resources. Okay, it is about the importance of water. Thank you. Next class we will discuss about percentage of water. How much percentage of water is present on the earth? Out of 100%, then 70% of water is present in the 97% of water is present in the oceans. 97% of water is present in the ocean. This water is unfit for drinking. This water is unfit for drinking because it is present more salts. That 3.5% of salt content is present in the ocean water. That's why we can't drink this water. Okay. Remaining 3% out of 3%, 2% of water is present in the glaciers like polar ice caps in the form of snow or ice is formed in the water. Remaining 1% is the fresh water is present in the rivers, ponds, lakes is available fresh water. This is known as underground water. We are discussed about this topic tomorrow. Okay.